Right now that you're a teen, right now that you're young, this is when you should implement these lessons. Because most men, most of the guys that are in your age group, that are your competition, they learn these lessons way too late in life. You have to understand, I'll give you a great example of this. Sex isn't everything. In your younger years, and I fell victim to this, you see sex and attention from women as validation, right? You measure your value to it. How pretty is she? How many can you get? You measure your value against other men with this. Very quickly you realize that as you scale, as you grow, as you get older, sex becomes a deterrent of your dreams. So while you're younger, it's validation for you and energy and source of confidence. As you get older, it becomes a deterrent of your dreams. All the energy, all the money you waste, all the soulless passion that you connect with other people that, bro, they have no value. You can't even remember their names. It is pointless. It's so much better as you get older to build on yourself, to scale yourself, because this is what ends up happening. Now you have options. As you get older, if you understand this concept early, you have a head start on your competition and you fully work on your dreams, on yourself, becoming the version of the man that you want to be. Now you have any option that you want, and now you get to pick up the crop. Now you get higher quality choices. You get to choose who you want, and then you build with that one person versus being all over the place. This takes me to number 2. Your prime years, I would say your prime years are 15 to 35. I started my business at 16. That's how old I was when I first incorporated my business. And I can tell you these have been my prime years. My energy levels through the roof. I feel like there's nothing that could possibly stop me right now. I'm 28 right now. There is nothing that could possibly stop me. These next 2 decades that I've been in are my strongest years. And I want you to realize that as well. You're not too young. If you're 15 right now, you are not too young. The amount of grit and stress that you can withstand at this age is impressive. You'll be impressed at just how much turmoil you can go through, at how much problems you can deal with. You got it, bro. These next 2 decades for you, if you're 15, think of them as your trial period where you'll just work and mold and work and mold. And here's the crazy part. Those 20 years will fly by. You think that they're forever. They're going to fly by. Meaning, these are your prime years. This is when you work. I want you to dream big. I want you to really implement whatever you're dreaming and focus on it. And then see these next 2 decades as your building period. This takes you to number 3. How you smell can make a difference. Too many of you will learn this too late in life. But when it comes to attractiveness, it's not just visual. It's also how you smell. Because what ends up happening is when you can leave a positive imprint on someone, it's very hard for them to have a negative view on you. I'll give you an example. There's 2 guys. They're equal guys. Let's say they're twins. They're dressed the same. One smells like nothing. The other guy smells delicious. If these both guys approach a girl and say, hey, my name is Jose, whatever, right? Simple opening liner. None of them is more charismatic than the other. One guy will go unnoticed. It'll be a pleasurable interaction, if that. But then, forgot it. But if the other guy smells amazing, the first thing she's going to be like, wow, this guy smells good. Even if she doesn't compliment you, she's thought about it. It's already positive. Then let's say the interaction was also pleasurable, but she will not forget how good you smell, right? She made that mental note. You've emotionally moved her. You have to understand fragrances are powerful, bro. Like, if you don't have a good fragrance, you know, Santa Lucia, I got you covered. Our stuff, it's made in France, and I make it simple for you. I don't want you to be going to the mall trying to figure out what fragrance to wear out of the thousands they have. With Santa Lucia, especially our new ones, our new day and night fragrance, I make it as easy as possible. As easy as possible. You have your night fragrance for any nighttime events. You have your day fragrance for any daytime events. And anytime you connect with anyone with either of these fragrances, I promise you one thing. It's a fragrance that they've never smelled, and it's a fragrance that will emotionally move them. You will become memorable. If you guys want to check out our fragrances, boys, it'll be linked down below. You can buy them separately, or you can buy both in a bundle, the day and the night. That way you're covered 24/7. And you know what? I'll give you 35% off. 35% off so you smell amazing and memorable with anyone you meet. It'll be linked down below. Number 4, time is your most valuable asset. And the crazy part is that when you're young, you don't realize it. Well, when you learn this too late in life, and I want you to know it now. When you're young, you waste your time, not knowing that your time, it's more valuable than money itself, because it's the one thing you can never make back, and you have unlimited time. And what ends up happening is that you wasted partying, you wasted getting blasted, doing things that you won't even remember. You do so sleeping, you do so getting drunk. Even worse, some of you waste your time just procrastinating. Which that's the worst. At least the other guys are making memories. Some of you are just in bed doing nothing. Literally on TikTok. You're literally just burning your most valuable asset. As you get older though, it switches. Time starts to fly faster. I think this started happening to me around 24, 25. Around 24, 25, a switch happens. And now time starts to fly faster. Responsibility starts to stack up. Now you want time to slow down. Now you're looking for time. Now you're saying, man, where's all my time? I don't have time for anything. Time switches on you. I don't want it to be too late when you realize that shift that happens. I want you to start the work now. This takes me to number 5. If you want to do what you love, I need you to work 3 times harder. You've been sold a lie that the whole 9 to 5 thing doesn't work. Bro, I promise you, your little SMMA won't make you feel more passionate than your 9 to 5 job will. What I'm trying to get at is, it's very hard to get passionate about work. You do work because you need to thrive, you need to survive, you're creating value. At the end of the day, both the guy with a 9 to 5 and a business can be passionate, because when you really get passionate is that when you get so good at whatever you do, whether it's a job or a business, then you start making a substantial amount of money, then now you can buy that passion. Now you can buy experiences, you can buy hobbies, you can buy activities. You experience everything you want without even having to double look into your bank account. Now, whether you get there through a company that you build or your job, either way you will have to work 3 times harder to get to that point at which you can buy your passion, you can buy whatever you want. Number 6, under all your emotion, there is a logical solution. If you don't learn how to parse through all your emotional data to get to the root cause of something, you're going to lose. There is nothing worse than an emotional man. And again, this is something you don't learn until later in life. As you get older and wiser, you start learning, like, yo, these emotions, like today you can be sad, you can cry, you can make a big scene, you made a fool out of yourself 5 years from now, it's going to mean nothing. But what people will remember is that weakened state you were in. Do not let emotions take control of you. Same thing with anger, right? You let anger take control of you, you see red, you're mad at everyone. 5 weeks later, a month goes by, that situation is now in the past, and now you just look like an idiot for losing your control. You have to understand, emotions are useless. They come, they go. They come, they mean nothing. Yes, they're real, but you cannot allow them to control you. You should be able to parse through them and get to the root cause of the problem and then figure out a logical solution. And finally, number 7, achievement is never as fun as the journey. I've been on this journey for a while, and I can tell you that the journey itself is what's exciting. The learning, the struggle, the stress, the anxiety. It doesn't feel great at the time, but what you realize is that you become a stronger guy. You can withstand more. You become smarter. You're able to problem solve better. You're able to parse through emotional situations better. And that's a great time. That's an amazing time. Once you get to your destination of the goal, it's always great, right? You feel accomplished, but the process of it, that's what you need to learn how to enjoy.